What's up everyone? In today's video I'm going to be talking about how to play Ranno. And I've got a lot of requests to do a tutorial on him. I think he's a fan favorite, that's why he'll be a lot of fun to talk about. I really enjoy playing as him. You'll probably notice he has a lot of similarities to Sheik from Smash, and you'll see all the differences that Rivals gives him and makes him unique in this video. And so as usual, I'll be talking about the strengths and weaknesses, how to use all of their tools, or Ranno's tools, how to play neutral, basic combos, recovery mix-ups, and kill confirms. And so yeah, let's get right into it. So first off, his strengths and weaknesses. First off, he has a great projectile, his darts, you can see here. We'll talk about them in a little bit. They're really great for controlling space and even comboing it into if you can get a charge on them. He has lots of combos, and something I'm going to include in his strength is he's really reliable in high pressure situations. What I mean by that is that his moves are really unforgiving. If you have bad DI against him, he will capitalize on it, you'll die really easily. And just in general, I think he has a pretty small learning curve for most of his like just his kit in general. Like, he's really intuitive. A lot of that has to do with how intuitive he is. And so because of those things, he's really reliable in high pressure situations. His weaknesses are low aerial mobility. You can see, like, I'm trying to drift back here. I jump forward and drift back, and I basically go right exactly where I started. Same thing for just jumping forward in general. If I run off and then fall, I'm not going to go very far forward like you would with a lot of other characters. He has almost no disjoint. Like, some moves like down air technically have disjoint, but it's not very it's not as useful as his other moves most of the time. And then he also, I believe he struggles being right above or right below his opponent. And so he really likes being grounded against them at this distance, exactly horizontal, or at this angle. He really likes being at this angle against his opponents. He has a lot of tools to combat that in that position. And so those are his strengths and weaknesses. Now I'm going to be talking about how to use all of his tools. So first off, a unique trait to Ranno is that if you hold down before full hopping, you will get a super jump like that. So I'll just show you. This is his short hop, this is his full hop, and this is his super jump. As you can see, it reaches way past the merchant port top platform here, even though his full hop doesn't even make it. And so it's a really useful tool that you can use to extend combos, catch people off guard with sharking them, and all sorts of other things. Now his jab next, it's an okay jab. It's nothing too special. I mean, it looks pretty disjointed if you look at it, but it's just a jab. It's pretty good. The most special part about it is that if you do rapid jab, 1, 2, 3, rapid jab. Let me not let the opponent attack. You're gonna apply poison stacks to your opponent, and now he's not DIing or doing anything to get out of it. But usually, even if you have them set to DI out, SDI out, drift out, everything, at 0%, you're gonna hit them 3 to 4 times and guarantee that you put poison stacks on your opponent. And so the poison stacks, as you can see, are represented by the circles above their head. It goes up to 4 stacks. And what that means is if the opponent were to try and attack with poison on, you can see that their percentage goes up. And so as long as they have 1 stack of poison on them, every attack they throw out will give them 1% of damage. And so it's not more the more stacks they have. But another thing that the stacks give you is more time whenever you get them in a bubble. So this is kind of a lot to give you right off the bat, but since we're talking about the poison stacks, I thought I would bring it up now. So using your side special, if you landed on an opponent, you can put them in a bubble. The opponent can drift in it, but in relation to the stacks is the time they are in the bubble is increased for every stack of poison they have on them. That's all I'll mention about it now. I'll go into more detail later on, but that's how poison works and what it does. Jab, rapid jab is just one way to apply it. His dash attack, let me get him off the stage, or off the platform. His dash attack is a really good burst option. Like, I can hit Zetaburn from here almost without them being able to react to it. Maybe they can't react to it. Let me see. How fast can I get this dash attack out? Oh yeah, actually it's super unreactable. I don't know what I was thinking. It's frame 8. That's very, very unreactable. So this burst option covers from here to where the opponent is. So it's amazing. It can provide you like with combos very easily without DI out. I mean, it's one of those dash attacks you can just link into each other. Let's see if I can get him at 0. Oh, he DI'd in. I guess, there we go. I can kind of show it off there. But you could see with certain types of DI and at differing percentages, you can chain dash attacks together. And often you'll be able to wave dash out of it and get another combo. It's just a great combo starter in general. So it's really reliable. Great dash attack. Another thing to note is that you can Dacus. So everyone can Dacus, but his Dacus is one of those that boosts him very far forward. So another unreactable thing you can do, or probably unreactable, is Dacus from mid-range against your opponent. Up tilt, it's really big. It doesn't seem too useful at first because the opponent can DI out of it to not get hit by a second up tilt most of the time. Let me put the Zetaburn over here. The correct DI for the computer is to DI in, I believe, and then drift out. We'll just do no SDI. So as you can see there, that's going to send them the furthest out. Really, they're just holding left the whole time though. But on normal DI, I think you can commonly get combos out of up tilt. And if we look at the hitbox, it's not disjointed, right? Like his foot, his leg are entirely like hittable here. But it's really big. Comes out, what, frame 8, maybe 9? Frame 9 comes out. It's honestly just a great anti-air. If you can get it out in time before the opponent actually throws out their hitbox on top of you, then it's very useful. And it hits like most platforms, if not all like of the lower platforms. And it's overall just a good DI mix-up too. Depending on if I hit it, like the DI to get out of it here, like me hitting it like here, and me hitting it this way are different. So, great DI mix-up tool, honestly. Forward tilt, it's a decent shove option. Like if they're recovering and you just want to push them off stage more, or if they DI in, you can combo it into like a fair or a back air or something like that. It can be useful like to catch people's DI options. So if they were to DI in place, or if they were to tech in place, I said DI options, I meant tech options. If I was to down tilt them and then I wanted to cover tech in place and no tech really easily without having to time like a jab or a down tilt, I could just throw out an F tilt, and since it's a 2-hit move, it lingers in a way, and you're going to be able to catch them pretty easily. And even in some situations, let's see, let's do random tech. If in the corner, you'll find that you can like cover 2 tech options a lot of the time. Like right there, I think I covered tech roll out and tech in place. Maybe not though. It's somewhat reliable if like it's an easier option to go for in tech chases, but it doesn't have too many uses outside of that. Unless you get creative. Down tilt it's like one of the best down tilts in the game. It's actually incredible. If you look at the angle it sends, it's straight up, which means on any DI you're going to be able to get a follow up. Just to show that real quick. Mainly the biggest follow-up is into an up strong, which can kill your opponent. So if we have him set to DI out, drift out, a Dacus is going to cover DI out. DI in, it's still going to kill. So it leads to one of the best kill confirms in the game, or is part of one of the best kill confirms in the game, just because of the angle it sends at. Of course, if they tech on a platform, then it won't work as well. But you get the idea. It's just really, really reliable. At 0%, you can get multiple down tilts into each other. It's just a great combo starter for kills and at low percents in general. And that's another part of why he's really unforgiving as a character, is if you DI a move wrong of his one time, you'll really, really regret it. So, moving on, Nair. We're going on to his aerials at this point. So, Nair is frame 4, really fast, very similar to Sheik. It lingers for a long time, like 20 plus frames. And although it shouldn't really combo most of the time into things, it will, because you can hit fall. I urge you to, if you're going to learn Ranno, please master hit falling. It's important for all of his combos. I think back air is going to be more useful in general, like as a finisher or combo tool, but Nair is still very reliable just because it's lingering. It's like you can throw it out and ensure that you get a trade or at least a hit, you know. It might even just be a solid hit against your opponent off stage. So you cover a lot of options with lingering hitboxes, and Ranno offers that with his aerials. So, and then next I'm going to talk about back air. This is like your go-to aerial most of the time. I mean, it's just great for combos. You would think it wouldn't be, because it's going to send them out. Like if you look at the angle. Look at the angle. First of all, his back foot sends them out. But if you see his front, sends them forward, which gives this move an amazing reverse hitbox to hit people forward with your back air. So not only is it like stylish, but it's like it can provide true combos for you as a Ranno player a lot of the time as well. But back to what I was going to show you is that at 0%, if we set the Zeta Burn to DI out, I think we're going to be able to confirm into 2 back airs. Just like that. So if it works at 0%, probably not like this percent. If it works on DI at 0%, you can easily imagine that one DI move, like DIing it in one time, or like multiple times, it's so easy to just keep throwing the move out and feel comfortable like pushing your opponent off stage like over and over. And that's where you can really get in trouble if you're not good against Ranno and combo DIing, is that it's very easy for him to capitalize on bad DI. With hit falling and just with like how fast and good his moves are. So yeah, back air, great move to use. Trying to get good with platform movement in order to use back air is very important. And again, having a reverse hitbox like that provides for great combos as well. So like reverse back air, down tilt, back air, something like that. Forward air, it's a good move that it has a spike at the bottom. I'll show you guys real quick, guys and gals. You can see the little circle hitbox at the very bottom is a spike. The very top of the forward like facing hitbox, it sends higher up, and then he has the hitbox right in front of him, which is like stronger and has a better angle, I should say. And so this is just a good move with like a good forward facing move, a good forward air, because it hits in all angles that you would want it to. Obviously it doesn't hit above you as well, but it covers a lot of space. And it's just good to use off stage in many types of ways. I'll go over them later. Up air has good knockback. It's a 2-hit move. Has good knockback for comboing earlier on. Like you can land the second hit of up air, fast fall, or hit fall it, and then get like a back air or forward air or something. Another thing you can do with up air is like have one hit fall like strings. So it's kind of like, it's not true, but just because something isn't true doesn't mean it's not reliable or practical to use. So if you were to catch your opponent up on this platform and they weren't ready for you to get the up air, you can get up air strings like this. And if you're really quick, you can get like up air hit fall up strong, which is an amazing kill confirm. And so that's all of his aerials. His strong attacks, all of his strong attacks apply poison. So his forward strong has a sweet spot at the very end of the move. The rest of it's weaker. If you hit with the weak part, it's 2 stacks. I think maybe if you hit with the strong part, I think it's also 2, but let's make sure. Oh, something about poison I forgot to mention. I'm glad I'm bringing it up now. To remove poison, you either parry, you successfully parry something, or you hit your opponent. For every single hit that connects on something, on your opponent, you will lose one of those poison stacks. And so, for something like Zedabrand's Nair, if you hit 4 hits of Zedabrand's Nair, it might have 3, it might have 4, let's say it has 4, you can get rid of all 4 poison stacks by using Nair with Zedabrand. And so if I sweet spot, yeah, it still gives 2 stacks. His down strong is the strongest of his moves on the ground if you can get this sweet spot. And so you can see on the bottom, actually it's kind of weird. It looks like it's one big hitbox all across the bottom of Ranno, but the one in the very center is a sweet spot. So let's see. Already getting to 89. He probably won't die at 89. Oh, actually on 93 he died. So that was the very center hitbox. This is the, let's see. This is the not center hitbox, I think. Oh no, maybe that entire bottom hitbox is the sweet spot. That's why I think it's not though. It's because that one didn't sweet spot to get the kill. But anyway, it's a very strong move. You can get kills very easily with that. Yeah, I mean, you can go even lower with how high he flew up, it seems like. So if at 85 he doesn't die, 89 he probably will. Just to give you reference. 89 was probably like a good number to use. So yeah. That's down strong, still applies poison, and then up strong has a tipper as well. So all of his or sweet spot I should say. All of his strong attacks have sweet spots that kill earlier, and I've already demonstrated how his up strong can kill. That wasn't even a sweet spot. If I had sweet spotted it like this, it most certainly would have killed. And that's his strong attacks. So now I can go over his neutral or his specials. So neutral special is how you gain darts charges. It goes up to 4 from a single one if you just tap it. You hold it a little bit, and I press trigger to cancel it. You can also press, oh no, yeah, you have to press trigger to cancel it. Those are 2 charges. This is 3. With every sound effect, with every like high-pitched noise, that's like the noise for the increase of darts that you've now charged up. 2, 3. Now he went from 1 to 4 because of the 3 noises, so he has 4. And you can press on the ground. You can press your parry button or your parry button to cancel it. Same in the air, right? Yeah, that's really funny. I love doing the dart charging in the air. And I just wasn't sure for a second if I could jump cancel it. So I just had to make sure, but you can't jump cancel it. You have to press the parry button. So these are very useful. Each dart applies poison. So if you have 4, you're right in front of them. The more darts you have, and the more darts that hit the opponent, the more hit stun they'll be in. So out of a single dart, like you can't guarantee any like attack, I don't believe, even point blank. As you can see there, I can't even get my jab out. But if I had 4, I believe I could get a jab out. Just like that. So that's a great example. The more darts you have, the more time you're going to have to hit your opponent. And that applies to offstage as well. Down B creates this bubble. If you were to hit your opponent into the bubble, let's see if I can do it. It's kind of at high percent though. Let me get him lower. Wait for it. There we go. If your opponent is in the bubbles like hitbox, whatever, in its collision box, while they are in hit stun, they will get put into the bubble just like as we saw earlier with side B. Something else I want to mention is that you can move the bubble, very important, by reactivating it by pressing down special again, holding B, and then moving the bubble around. You can move it and position it. And so that'll lead me into talking about... Oh, also, it's not just your opponent that gets put into the bubble on hit stun. It's also you. So if you were to get hit into the bubble, it would work the exact same. You'd be put in the bubble, you can drift around a little bit, but your opponent can hit you while you're in it and rack up percent. That way. You can also use it to help yourself survive. So I'm just going to go over this briefly, but if you were to place the bubble, like you're recovering, and you want to place the bubble over here because you think your opponent's going to hit you upwards at that angle, you can use it to save you, because it'll like stop your momentum or reduce your momentum drastically until you stop, instead of like sending you up into the blast zone. So his side B, as we've seen, if you're anywhere within, let's get him on the ground. If you land on an opponent at that, I think that's about max distance. Maybe even a little bit further. Oh, well, that's where it doesn't. So this is like max distance. It'll put him in the bubble. If it doesn't hit a person, but instead hits the stage, so let's say I jump a little bit and I hit the stage with my side B, you see I get a little bit of momentum. And the further you the further you are from the stage that you grab onto, the more momentum you're going to gain. So you can see, and you can act out of it as well. I can nair and fly across the whole screen with nair. You can jump out of it and literally fly across the entire stage. And you can even use your bubble, and you can side B off of your bubble. This is a bad example because you couldn't really see it, so let me place it again. Whenever you use tongue on your bubble, it will pop, it'll disappear. And I can talk more about like side B and down B's usage whenever we talk about recovery mix-up later on. But that's how those moves work. And lastly of his specials is up B. And so there are two things you can do with up B. Well, I guess a total of three. You can just up special, which has a really good hitbox. Pretty solid disjoint, honestly, and it's fast, so it's hard to beat out. You can do that, and after you up B, you'll go into pratfall. You can press down B after your up B. Like, this is the fastest you can input down B. And do a dive kick. And this is the latest, about the latest you can do down B. Right there. And it also has a good hitbox. Let me show it off. It's like, the disjoint is negligible, but the speed is what's really important. And so, one thing you might want to learn is like, how to edge cancel your dive kick, because it's a very reliable way of getting back on the stage, considering it's going to be hard for your opponent to hit you. Oh, something else I want to mention real quick before I do some edge cancel stuff is like, you can jump out of the dive kick after a certain amount of time. So I'm going to up B, down B, and then jump. And so you can jump out of it, which means if you're hit very high up in the air, it's a high recovery option. Most of the time, Ranno won't be able to recover high, but whenever he's in the top corner of the screen, he can use dive kick, double jump, and now he can like have a pretty safe high recovery. So yeah, you can edge cancel, as you can see here. Let's see if I can get anything worthwhile showing. Oh, I'm gonna dive because I use my double jump. If you use your if you dive kick without a double jump, then let's see. Oh, I'm not getting it very well. Yeah, but if you dive kick without a double jump, you're just gonna fall off the stage, or wait until you land on the ground. There we go. That's what I wanted to show off. You can really, there's no point, or not no point. You can use up B as a movement tool on stage, but it's mostly just good to know how far, or like the angle that your dive kick sends you. That way you can edge cancel it on will. Like, I can do it at that high, I can do it even higher. If you know the timing right, just like that. You can do it really low. There's just all different types of heights and angles you can hit to edge cancel your dive kick. And so learning those as Ranno is really good. Don't spend too much time, I would say, learning it. It's important as a recovery mix-up, and it's very reliable once you get it. But it's not something you want to super focus on early on in your development. It's just really cool to do and fun to see. Because after you edge cancel it, I can throw out an aerial. You can imagine he's trying to edge guard me right here. I go above him, and now I can like place an aerial out. Let me move him a little bit further. Well, I guess first off, my dive kick can hit him, but I can also just hit him after as well. So edge canceling with dive kick is very important and very, very useful. Something to keep in mind. The other thing you can do with your up B is hold the A button or your attack button, and you'll throw out a series of darts in like this angle every time. The darts are randomized based on like, yeah, it's basically randomized where they get thrown out. But this is good for a couple things. If you were to tongue someone and they were running out of time in their bubble, oh, I didn't really show it off there. But you can time this move such that you guarantee that you dart or poison stack them all the way up to full, and like get some damage on them. And the time you're spinning, throwing out darts, is based on how long you hold A. So if you just press it like real quickly, then you're only gonna get a few darts out. That's me doing as little darts as possible, and this is me holding it for as long as possible. So that's the extent, the range of time you can be doing that move. And that took a while, but he has a lot of tools and like a lot of creativity and options that he has at his disposal, given his unique super jump, his poison mechanic, his bubble mechanic, just the way his tongue can slingshot him across the stage, and his up B. So he has a lot going for him, a lot of creativity, a lot of options. So that's going to be everything on how to use his tools and how they work. I hope I gave a good explanation on all those. Now I'll talk about how to play neutral with him. So I personally like to use a lot of darts in my gameplay. I like to charge them and move around on platforms to kind of like, I guess it's to make my opponent want to approach, because I'll be charging darts if they don't. But once I have full dart charges, I like to approach in the air. So he doesn't have great aerial mobility, but if you throw the darts in the air, they go at this angle. And if you fast fall when throwing them in the air, you fast fall, they're even more precise, more succinct in their range. So those are all like hitting the exact same spot almost, but without fast falling, they're more widespread. And so you have these different options you can use with darts in neutral to approach. And like I said, if you hit more than one dart, the more hits done the opponent will get, and so you'll likely be able to get a combo off of it. So I could go... That wasn't true. You can't, like, I'm not sure if you can ever do... Yeah, I don't think you can ever do full 4 charge darts into up strong, but you can definitely do it into down tilt, which, as we've talked about, leads to up strong, which is even better, right? So first step, in my opinion, is charge darts. Once you've gotten some darts charged and like pressured your opponent, made them think like, I need to approach, then you want to kind of approach in a few different ways. You can look for a grounded game. I've talked about how dash attack is just so good. It's like a great burst option that your opponent can't react to with parrying or doing anything. And so, although your run speed is like okay, your wave dash game is still really good. So you can wave dash in, dash attack at this length, just like that. You can wave dash in and down tilt. You can use darts just straight up. Like, you don't have to do anything fancy. You can play grounded game and just dart them. And unless they're ready to parry it, they'll probably get hit. And now they're poison stacked up. The more you bait them into throwing out attacks, the more percent they rack up. And now you've threatened using tongue, and now they're stuck in tongue for like 3 seconds or something. I don't know how long. Maybe 2 seconds. It's a very long time. And a lot of time to stack up more damage on them, right? Oop. He evaded me. He evaded me so well. You know, you can do something like that, and like just gain more percent. And then once you do get a hit, you can use darts like to cover certain tech options for you. So if I was to do falling up air, I guess I just did it without explaining it, but if you cover one tech option with darts, aerial darts, you can cover it with a fast fall aerial darts, tech in place and no tech. It'll hit them both times, or in either case, and then react to the way they tech roll. And you can often get a dash attack off of it. So let me try it again. So I'm going to react to the Zeta Burn, like land, or I'm gonna find out where they're gonna land. I'm gonna throw my darts, fast fall, and then dash attack to just cover an option. And I cover everything almost. Oh, well, that worked, but I wanted him to go further out. Let me see. Let me start the stock over. Okay, so 34%. I'm just gonna hit him with an up there just to start it off. Alright, so he teched in place. I was able to get the darts. Let's try it again. He teched out. My darts were able to connect. And so you can kind of get the point. You can just, in general, you don't have to use darts. You can use dash attack just to, let me see, I accidentally put in the page. You can use dash attack to cover tech options, or jab dash attack. You're gonna find your own ways to cover tech chases, but that's just how I like to do it. I like to use darts in general. And of course, if you don't know, you can like be reverse and turn around your darts. Could be really tricky and neutral as well. Outside of that, if you're not going to play a grounded game in any of those ways I talked about, you are going to be playing a platform-based game, neutral at that exact time. So please learn platform movement, get comfortable wave landing off of a platform with an aerial like this. This is very important, especially for Ranno, because his back air is an amazing tool as we've gone over. It's a great combo tool, it's a great edge guard tool, and so getting your aerials out in a tricky way that is fast and confusing against your opponent, like this, is very, very good. So mastering platform movement and throwing out an aerial at the right time is also a good way to do that. And that's like the main steps, the main flow chart, I'd say. Make sure you have darts. Make sure you're pressuring them. I like to do it in the air because if they ever try to approach, I can just throw the darts. If they don't try and approach, I don't have to throw the darts. I can just land, go for a quick move. And that's how I like to play neutral with Ranno. Now some basic combos. In my notes, I wrote down tilt into the world, and that's all I wrote. And I left it at that because I didn't want to waste time as of right now. I'll do it before when I post this video, and you look at the paste bin in the description. I'll fill it out, but Ranno just has so many moves that work in his combo game that you're gonna have to figure it out, a lot of it out on your own. But I'm gonna help you out a little bit. So down tilt at low percents, as we've seen, it combos in a down tilt again. Once down tilt stops working, you can probably dash attack them. All of your aerials, any aerial you hit, you're going to want to hit fall. You don't have to hit fall the first hit of up air, but if you hit the second hit, make sure you hit fall it real quick right after. 2 hits, 2 hits. Oh wow, I'm not hit fall now. Just like that, 2 hits, fast fall. You're probably going to be able to get another move out and hit them if DI allows. You just have to learn how to chase them really quickly. If you nair them, hit fall the nair. Oh, let me get them to lower percents. Okay. If you hit an air, hit fall the nair. Get 2 nairs out. If you want to mix things up, hit fall nair once, tech chase into down tilt. Down tilt combos into up tilt. Up tilt can combo into back air. And this is, and I don't want to talk about it too long because I really do think that with a little bit of practice, you will be able to figure some stuff out on your own. The biggest thing, I just have to mention again, is you have to learn how to hit fall. And learn how to chase people off stage. Things will work most of the time as Ranno, especially at low percents, combo-wise. Because no one's going to be DIing perfectly all your moves. Like on this ledge, let him get his up beyond. He's going to DI in because he's at high percent, mid to high percent, right? So he's going to DI in the first back air. Well, then just double jump back air again. It's that simple. Like using back air multiple times, using forward air multiple times if their DI allows it. If you get a parry punish, you can do like forward air spike into up strong, if their DI allows, or you can do forward air spike into forward air. You can do forward air spike. Well, off stage they'll just die. If you do forward air spike into back air, that'll work. If you do forward air spike into up air, that'll often work as well. It's just about figuring it out for yourself, learning how to incorporate, let's see, like super jumps into your combo game or tech chase game, like that up tilt connected into an up air only because I I did a super jump there. Etc, etc. You'll find that a lot of his moves combo into each other, and they'll combo into themselves as well. And I think that's really all I have to say about Ranno. Don't be afraid to dash attack multiple times. Just be willing to react. You can... Sometimes you want to react when you're comboing. Sometimes you just want... You get the most benefit out of reading them. And it's easy to go for reads when they're at higher percents because no one wants to DI out at high percents. It's just matter of factual. So if you want to confirm into up strong, react to that. You can always react. Like if I set him to random. Oh, I missed, but I definitely reacted to where he was going, right? So, oh, actually his drift DI is actually mixing me up. But 90% of the time, even there, like he DI'd out, and I was late to Dacus, but I still got the Dacus to connect. Like react for up strong confirms, react and kind of go for reads sometimes for the rest of his combo game. And that's all I really need to say about the combos. Oh, actually, real quick, I do want to point out about the darts. So darts can combo in the air too, if you hit enough of them when they're recovering. So if you hit them with darts, you can go for fair as well. Let me show that off real quick. Oh, actually, he's at 200%. I want to show it off at a different percent. Like lower, actually. Alright, cool. So let me get him off stage. Oh, he DI'd out the darts, which was great, right? But he still had to... Alright, he still had to try and recover, and forward air is going to cover it. Let me try again. Get him at, like, this percent is fine. So like that, the darts and the forward air connected. He didn't have to die to it, mind you. But if you can get the spike hitbox of the forward air, then it's even all the more better. So, and that applies to on stage as well. You can... I've already talked about that, but you can go for dart combos on stage as well. Yeah, so that's everything about basic combos. Now I'm going to be talking about his recovery mix-ups. The biggest one I've already mentioned is that if you are hit high into the air at the corner of the screen, top left, top right corner, it's a good idea to up B and double jump cancel, or jump cancel it, because that's his only means of recovering high, honestly, unless you are at a good angle to edge cancel. So at this angle I can edge cancel this platform. At that angle I can edge cancel it, you know? So unless that's going to be the case, then you probably want to double jump cancel it. That's one mix-up. Another mix-up is, well, first of all, there's so many things you can do with bubble. I'm not going to talk about almost any of, or like most of them, because this is like, you know, beginner or mid-level guide. But you can definitely find them in like Discord, like Ranno Discords or like the Academy Discord in general. But the basic thing is, I'll just say, if you're hit off stage, let's say you're hit way over here, I'm gonna need... I have so little aerial mobility, I need Zedabrin to hit me, actually. So let's have him hit me. Hopefully he down strongs me or something. Yep, that's it. So I can down special, put it over here. Oh, I messed up. But it's not over yet. You can use down air to stall off stage and use it to gain height. So I was gonna go over that recovery mix-up later, like next. But since it already happened, you can see it right there. I wanted to use the bubble and my tongue. So let me try it again. Alright, so down special, place it. Oh, that wasn't it. As you can tell, I'm no longer playing around that much. But, just to be clear, you can... Oh, I was not DIing. That was Doggo DI. Down special. One more try? Nah, I can't do it. You can just use side. You can, if you practice it some, as you can tell, I need to practice it. You can use the bubble, place it, use your side special to hit the bubble, and slingshot your recovery back onto the stage with double jump. You can just... Oh, one thing to keep in mind is you should almost always, if you're not going to use bubble, just once you're hit off stage, side B to the wall, so you don't have to use any of your resources, and then up B, and then you have wall jump, double jump, air dodge, everything. as I already showed, you can place the bubble below you. Oops. I'm gonna get rid of it so I can show you from start. You can place the bubble below you and then down air it. I don't know why I missed the down air, if I'm gonna be honest. One more time, I'm gonna break the bubble. This is my last chance. I guess I'll double jump just to be sure. But you can spam down air, and as you see, you gain a lot of height. And then you can eventually up B on your own. Another recovery mix-up is, like, if you have, if you have some darts charged, wall jump, double jump, turn around darts. I like to use this a lot. I didn't turn that one around. Wow, I didn't turn that one around either. There we go. Really helps me get back on the stage with Ranno. And that's honestly all the main ones I want to talk about, because the rest get more advanced. As a beginner or mid-level Ranno player, you want to just learn the basics. I'd say learning these edge cancel timings and positionings are really, really important. Because if I was to recover high, I could edge cancel it and just throw out an aerial, as I've already shown. You can use darts in your recovery. Make sure you use tongue to get to the wall. You can even do a mix-up like that. This is also very common. You just side B at this height, like here, and then throw out an aerial. You have a lot of different options, a lot of creativity, different movement speeds that your tongue will slingshot you at. Once you play around with it, you'll feel more comfortable using it. And lastly, I'm going to be talking about kill confirms. I've already talked about it multiple times. Down till up strong is your go-to kill confirm. It's so reliable, it's true. In a lot of cases without platforms in the way. And it's great for killing. You can do the up air hitfall thing I talked about briefly. Once again, it's not true. If the opponent just times their parry correctly without inputting anything else, they'll get a parry out just in time. But you could be a little tricky with it. Oh, let's get him back up there. Okay. Like you can mix it up. You don't have to go for the up strong. You can even do it on the ground, kinda. Get it into, so up air hit falling, not true, but can be reliable to get a kill confirm. And up strong, charging your darts into a kill confirm like that on stage, or charging your darts off stage to get a kill confirm is very reliable. And in general, edge guarding is going to be a great way to get kills for you with your darts and with your forward air. And something I showed there that I do want to talk about, it's not a real kill confirm, but it's very reliable, is up being to cover your opponent riding up the wall, hitting them with the up B hitbox, immediately wall jumping and then fair. Like it's very, very good. If I just had to use like any of my other resources, you can fair and then you can double jump, wave dash back on. You can delay, you can jump really far out if you hold out whenever you do your wall jump. And so I can cover I can catch my opponent off guard by jumping out there really easily with my forward air if I wall jump off it. Just like that. So I just want to talk about that. It's not a real kill confirm, but it's how you're going to get a lot of kills if you master it. And then lastly, you can nothing is really true out of bubble since they can drift in and out of it, but being comfortable comboing people when they're in the bubble and realizing that if they're in range for a forward, an up strong, then going for it is a good idea. So let's see where this setup ends up. If he ends up there, I'm going to up strong it, time it, learn your timings out of the bubble to finish combos, maybe get kills out of them. And that's basically all you need to know. A lot of the time when I'm talking about doing well under high pressure situations, being unforgiving, it's because his moves hit really hard. I'm playing against a computer whose DI is always going to be consistent, right? But against people, you're going to find that landing this back air or that forward air is going to kill them a lot of the time. If you're doing a really long combo, down to, oh well, he's off stage right now. Down till, maybe, okay, hold on. Let me get him to 50. Alright, up till, I hit him with a back air. He's trying to mix up his DI to get out. He eventually DIs out a back air, and now he's dead at 70. You'll run into those situations a lot. So don't fret like me talking about only a few kill confirms here. He doesn't have trouble killing, and he's really scary to go up against if you know how to put fear into your opponent with darts and with tongue and all those types of mix-ups. You're gonna bait their parries. You're gonna get really good combos, really good punishes, and you're gonna end their stocks pretty well. And that's everything I have to say about the video. I think Ranno's a really fun character. I think, you know, he's not too hard to pick up, and he does really well in tournament formats. If you're here on the stream watching and you don't know, I have a YouTube channel. Name is FullStream on there. I try to upload content from my stream like this, a good amount, so feel free to give me a sub over there. And if you're watching this on YouTube and you haven't yet, well, the link to my stream is in the description below. Come on down. I don't upload everything to YouTube, and you can see everything else we do down here. It's a lot of fun. But that's going to be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.